All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachakodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders, great millstone citations to all Akim there pushing this truth and all truth and sincerity diligently throughout the four corners. All right, I'm the brother Shamar Mouth from Great Millstone, Miami. Coming to Yakim with another quick lesson. Okay, this is another installment of motivational meditation. All right, where we exhort to fight the good fight of faith and stay faithful and stay on the right course. All right, seeing that the days are short and the time is at hand. Okay, today's lesson, I want to go into a topic that was mentioned briefly during today's live, that Apostle Ariam live. It's probably still on. If not, it just a couple of minutes ago I started watching it. And in that lesson, the apostles mentioned how, these other groups, these other Israelite groups out there, blowing the wrong sound. Okay, they're blowing the wrong sound, pushing that party and bullshit spirit. Okay, if we say we fear Yahweh Bashim Al Shah, we should be able to redeem the time. All right, and we know for a fact, okay, through watching prophecies, all right, that's not the wave, man. All right, let me get a quick precept real quick. Okay, I'm going to start with the book of Ecclesiastes. All right, chapter 3. All right, it says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Okay, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance. Okay, so there's a time for everything, man. And right now we are not in a time of partying and bullshit. All right, the scriptures tell us how it is better to enter into the house of mourning. Okay, matter of fact, I'm gonna end up getting that. Hold on. All right, in Ecclesiastes, the 7th chapter. Okay, on the 2nd verse. All right, it says, it is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, for that is the end of all men, and the heart, and the living will lay it to heart. All right, jumping down to verse 4. Matter of fact, I'll read verse 3 and 4. All right, verse 3 says, sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. Okay, so again, going back to the point, man. All right, seeing that the direction that the world is going into right now, all right, we should understand that this is not the time to be on no bullshit, man. This should be the time that we're preparing our souls for what's to come, man. All right, Jacob's trouble is coming, man. Okay, the time of famine is around the corner. All right, wouldn't you want to get yourself ready for that? All right, wouldn't that be the wise thing to do? You gotta think about it, man. Okay, here it is. There's about to be no fucking food in the store. Okay, all right, you should be mentally preparing yourself for that, spiritually preparing yourself for that. As Mark always says, building that relationship with the Lord, man. Okay, because guarantee you, once them food trucks stop rolling in, that's when the real test gonna be. All right, and if you wasn't if you wasn't, preparing yourself, serving the Lord, all right, studying, maintaining good communication and good conduct, all right, when all that breaks, when all hell breaks loose, you're going to move in haste, man. All right, you're going to move in haste. You're going to make horrible decisions, all right, and it may very well cost you your life, all right. May even take the chip. Shit, if you're not prepared, all right, if you're not preparing yourself now, a lot of the individuals are going to end up taking the chip. So for us who say we believe and we fear the Lord, all right, we should be making sure that we're locking in, man. And I'm speaking to myself first and foremost, okay? Because as the scriptures tell us, wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability at that time. All right, so we have to get it while the getting is good. All right, while we still can. Okay. All right. Like, what's the point of being in that party spirit when death is on the way? Okay. That's not a good look, man. All right, so we should all examine ourselves. Okay, making sure that we're actually putting our foot forward, okay, to prepare ourselves. All right, whether that's reading, praying, fasting, okay, which it should be all those things, because that's part of the preparation. Okay, that is actually part of the preparation. Okay, let me get another precept. All right, the book of Ephesians 5:15 tells us this: see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. See, a fool would be in a house of feasting, house of mirth right now. All right. Now, of course, sometimes brothers get together. We may put on some, music. After locking in, studying, breaking bread. We may put on some music, eat together. All right, cool. But to be on that bullshit all the goddamn time, man, that's not the right move, man. It's not a good look. All right, telling the congregations that bottle service girls at Passovers, all that bullshit that these other freaking Israelite camps be promoting and pushing, man. That's a foolish move, man. Okay, the wise thing would be to do what? Again, as the point, the wise thing would be to enter into the house of mourning, to get closer with the Lord. And those are not the things that the Lord accept from somebody who's trying to get close to him, man. All right. Verse 16, it says, redeeming the time because the days are evil. Okay. So we got to be redeeming the times. All right. A wise man knows. Okay. Scripture said, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hide himself. All right. Telling me, this guy Elon Musk telling podcasters that in the coming years he sees that everybody will be chipped, will have a Neuralink. But you out here goddamn fucking partying and bullshitting, man. All right, making rap videos. Okay. All right. These allies of America becoming more bitter with Babylon. All right, that's going to end up fitting into the prophecy where it goes into how all the they that were confederate with thee are going to come against them, roughly paraphrase. All right, but yet you want to, you want to hold, big ass wedding events. Come on, man. Again, that's not the move, man. All right, we should be really locking in, bro. I'm gonna say it again because that's what's coming to my spirit to say. We should actually be in the spirit of locking in right now. All right, because the time is short. We don't have that much time left. All right, time is of the essence. Okay, time is money. Time is of the essence. Get it now before it's freaking too late. Because there will be a time. All right, because as we started off, there's a time and season for everything, right? There will be a time where YouTube is shut down. There will be a time when the prophets is not going to be out there no more. Okay? All right? And if you wasn't in the spirit of getting it now, when all hell break loose, a lot of individuals, that's when they're going to want to run to try to go search for the prophets, to try to get close to the Lord. But at that point, the Lord is already starting to rain down terror on people. All right, He ain't gonna stop to see if you could get it. No. All right, you should have been getting it before. Okay. All right, so that was it. Lord's word of sense was edifying. With that, shalom.